News every 15 minutes, weather every 10, and sports twice an hour.
Newstalk KGVO, AM 1290 and now 101.5 FM.
You're listening to Montana Morning with Peter Christian.
Missoula police are searching for a missing teenager. Good morning, everyone. It's Montana Morning. It's Wednesday, October the 21st, 2015. Right now, the sky is cloudy, and our newscast this morning sponsored by locally owned Office Solutions and Services. Download their app called Office Shopper for purchases, barcode scanning, and to search for products today. Our top story this morning, at the request of the Missoula Police Department, the Montana Department of Justice has issued a missing endangered person advisory for Amanda Toone. That's spelled Toone. Sergeant Colin Rose has more.
Amanda Toone is a white 14-year-old female juvenile that has been missing from her Missoula residence since approximately 10:30 p.m. on October 20th. She is 5'2", 100 pounds, brown hair, brown eyes, petite build, olive complexion with cutting scars on her arms.
The teenager has made threats of suicide and is without her medication. Anyone with information as to her whereabouts is asked to call the Missoula Police Department at 552-6300. Montana Governor Steve Bullock presented an award yesterday to Willis Industries in Bonner to kick off the annual Montana Forest Products Week activities. In addition, Bullock announced a release of millions of dollars to assist the timber industry in Montana.
Today I'm pleased to announce that I'm directing another $2 million to continue our efforts to accelerate forest restoration efforts on private and tribal lands of the state, but with a particular emphasis in areas close to loggers that can quickly implement the projects and mills that need an affordable supply of timber.
Bullock said even more funds could be made available if needed.
I'll hold another $1.5 million at the ready as we all work together in this industry to watch how the softwood markets develop. In addition, I'm willing to commit an additional $1 million for projects on Forest Service land, provided that the agency also comes in with a significant match.
Last week, Republican Greg Gianforte challenged Governor Bullock to release $5 million in emergency funds to assist the ailing timber industry following the expiration of the Canadian Softwood Lumber Agreement. Governor Bullock was in Bonner to present that award to Willis Industries yesterday for their innovative use of timber. State Forester Bob Harrington said even though the mill in Bonner employs only about a dozen people, its impact is felt throughout western Montana.
What you don't see are the hundreds of people that are employed from the money that the landowners are making, the loggers, the log truck drivers, and then all the ancillary businesses that are related to providing fuel, maintenance, tires, all those sorts of things for those operations simply to get the logs here.
Harrington said the Willis operation has also been a boon to another major area business.
The other thing that you really have to look is what does this mean to Montana Rail Link? There's 9 or 10 of these chip cars that are leaving this facility every day, I believe, and headed to the West Coast.
Willis Enterprises began operation of a pulp wood chipping facility in Bonner back in 2011. The operation provides an important economic outlet for small diameter trees that cannot be processed by sawmills but can be converted into wood pulp used for paper. Northwestern Energy is looking at solar energy to make power more reliable in rural Montana. The Montana Standard reports that the energy company unveiled its first solar panels in Montana at an event on Monday. The panels are located on private property the company's leasing about 8 miles north of Deer Lodge. Northwestern Energy spokesman Butch Larkham said the panels are connected to a battery pack, which began working last week. The panels will benefit 17 rural residents who live nearby. The solar panels charge the batteries. When the batteries are full, the excess energy will be delivered to the customers. When a power line goes down in the area, the batteries will provide backup power. The project cost Northwestern Energy $600,000. Yesterday, the Montana Public Service Commission opened a docket to examine a hike in property taxes on Northwestern Energy. PSC Public Information Officer Eric Sell explains.
The Department of Revenue has calculated an approximately 42% increase in their company's taxable valuation here in Montana. And that's a fairly significant increase, and it's due in large part to the acquisition of the hydro dams from last year. So the docket that we initiated today here at the Commission was to look into that to see if that is an accurate number.
Sell says unless something changes, the money needed to pay the higher taxes will come from ratepayers.
Well, right now we don't have an exact number as to what that's going to translate into in terms of a dollar amount. But we do know that with a 42% increase in the valuation of their property assets here in the state, that it will mean some increases in rates for consumers.
Sell said the Public Service Commission will explore ways to possibly mitigate the tax hikes from hitting ratepayers before the rates are set in January. Attorneys for the state are asking a federal judge to dismiss a lawsuit filed by a Billings man who wants to legally marry his second wife that challenges Montana's bigamy laws. The Department of Justice said in its motion last Friday that Nathan Collier, his wife Victoria, and his common-law wife Christine do not face a credible threat that they will be prosecuted. Nathan and Christine Collier were denied a marriage license back in June, prompting their lawsuit. Assistant Attorney General Melissa Schlichting said they must show they were harmed by a law in order to sue, but there's been no criminal prosecution threatened as a result of the marriage license rejection. Nathan Collier says the state is seeking to deny him the chance to legitimize his family through the court system, as same-sex couples have done. While California conducted their statewide earthquake drill last week, Missoula County Public Schools will be having their Great Montana Shakeout at 10:21 this morning. Public Information and Technology Director Hatton Littman said all elementary, secondary, and high schools will be participating in the state-mandated test.
The principal will make an announcement that the drill has started. Students will follow the recommendations of the drill, which are to potentially get under a desk or get under some other structure, cover their heads. They'll participate in the drill for about 60 seconds, and then when the drill is cleared, they'll return to normal instruction.
Littman said a key component of the upcoming school mill levy request is funds to help make the schools safer and more secure in the event of an emergency such as an earthquake. Finally, the Chippewa Cree tribe is considering banishing convicted drug dealers from the Rocky Boys Reservation. Republican Representative Bruce Byers of Box Elder told the Havre Daily News more than 70 people attended a community meeting last week. 90% favored investigating that idea. Could come up for a vote for the Tribal Council later this month. Our News Talk time now is 6:12.
Newstalk, KGVO.
Missoula's official weather station.
Low clouds and patchy fog will give way to a good deal of sunshine today, with our temperatures warming into the mid-60s. Tonight, a few clouds, lows in the mid-30s. We'll see sunshine again Thursday, low 60s. I'm meteorologist Brooke Foster for Missoula's KECI 13.